Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Great Chronicles. So, we are back for the trial of Lord Van Zeeks. We're gonna have to defend because he's been accused of killing Inspector Gregson. So yeah, it's a weird story, but pretty sure he didn't do it. So we're gonna have to find who did it. And there's no new character, so I don't know, there's a few things that point to Kazuma, but maybe it's not him. I don't know, it would be a red herring. I don't know, but we'll find out. So let's... November 8:56 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Oh, there's that old familiar feeling again. The crushing pressure of this historic courthouse. Well, actually, no. It's a little different today. There's an even more menacing tension in the air. Oh, there is a menacing tension in the air today, isn't it? Isn't there? Oh, I suppose. Oh yes, I think so. She's reading our mind again. Lord Van Zeeks. It can only be the result of the menacing appearance of the defendant. Oh, she's not that menacing. I mean, could smile a bit more. A little more courtesy, if you please. Oh my! I do apologize. Oh, it's Soto-san speaking. Oh. However, you're certainly not mistaken that this trial is far from ordinary. What do you mean? I'm not privy to the details. However, I understand that no jury has been selected. What? Oh, a trial without a jury? Well, that's just like the professor. The trial of the professor 10 years ago. A closed court. Oh, good morning, my dear fellows. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Have you made note of my hair, Mr. Naruhodo? An outright victory for science, you must agree. Ah, his hair is back to normal. To be perfectly honest, so much happened yesterday that, well, I completely forgot about your little hair problem. Ah, what to one man is a little hair problem? Is to another a day of drinking dubious potion after dubious potion. You have no idea how my stomach ails me this morning. Oh dear. Oh, how awful for you. Oh, I'm afraid you only have yourself to blame, Mr. Sholmes. And good morning to you, Mr. Reaper. I'm delighted to see you looking so full of vim. And I see London's celebrated great detective is as active as ever. Oh, you exaggerate, my dear fellow. Compared to my paltry engagements with a few trivial cases, the Ripper's overbearing presence is a far greater deterrent to the black roots of crime in our capital. And whilst I may not agree with your methods, there is at least one point on which I would really readily commend you. Sorry. What an honor. And that would be your eye for a good lawyer, sir. Mr. Sholmes? After all, behind this lawyer there's a very great mind, my own. What are you trying to say? I wish only to say that you should be prepared for quite a trial, Mr. Ripper. Sorry to barge in. Oh. Gina. Gina? What's on her arm? It's a mourning band, I suppose. Is it? Oh, Father, shouldn't you be at the symposium? Oh, it's been postponed, so I have some free time. I decided to come along with the police inspector to see our country's up-and-coming student in action. Oh. I shall be very interested to see the fruits of your studies over the past year. It's an honor to have you here. Oh, let's hope there are some fruits to see. Odo. Yes, Gina? Why do you agree to this, eh? Why do you take him on? What? Yes, this Reaper bloke. Everyone says it was him what killed the boss. I'm sorry, Gina, but I just don't believe that. Well, if it weren't for him, who was it? I don't know that yet. I don't care who calls him what. The Reaper is just a name. He's just a person at the end of the day. And if it turns out it was him who killed the boss, then God help him. Fiery eyes indeed. Yes, the culprit deserves every ounce of your loathing. At least that may be some solace to the deceased. Please, Udo. Get whoever did this for the boss. Of course, Gina. Oh, Gina. I hate feeling this useless, but there's nothing I can do. So you've got to find who done this and make the wretch pay. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court will be in session shortly. Make your way into the courtroom at once, please. Alright then. Here we go. Oh, it's time. Naruto-san. Lord Van Six. One who lost his treasured brother to a mass murderer. One who lost his treasured father in a foreign court of law. And one who lost a man who helped her escape destitution. Destitution. All that misfortune, all that pain, on course to collide headlong in this trial. It's time to shine a light on all these dark events. And whatever truth is revealed, we're going to have to look it straight in the eye. Oh dear, that's kind of ominous. 2nd of November, 9:20 AM, the Old Bailey courtroom. No charade. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. It's quite convenient that I'm the only judge in town. We are here to conduct the fair and just trial of the defendant, Baron van Zieks. Counsel for the defense and prosecution. Are you ready to begin? The defense is ready, my lord. The prosecution is more than ready. Oh, Kazuma-sama. I've been wishing to see you in court again for so long. It feels... But I never pictured it happening like this. I never thought I'd be facing you behind the prosecution's bench. The so-called Reaper the Bailey has been a scourge like no other, undermining Her Majesty's justice system. Today we must uncover the truth behind this scourge. Or in other words, this trial is going to be a lot more far-reaching than Inspector Gregson's matter. The truth revealed by these proceedings may have unpredictable repercussions through the judiciary. Accordingly, they are to be conducted as a closed trial, with no members of the public present. By Her Majesty's direct orders. How will that work, my lord? The burden of all arbitration and adjudication falls on my shoulders. Therefore, as you would say, the juror's bench shall remain vacant today. Oh, if no members of the public are present, might I ask who is currently occupying the gallery, my lord? They are members of the judiciary, here to witness proceedings and ensure an equitable trial. Members of the judiciary. Oh my, this is a very unusual trial already. There is of course another unprecedented aspect to these proceedings on which I must elaborate. The counsels for the prosecution and the defense are both aliens of Great Britain. I believe it takes an outsider to see the truth sometimes. And as I stand here in this courtroom now, I'm quite certain. This is the reason why I had to come to Britain. Oh, Kazuma. Very well, let us commence proceedings. Prosecutor Asuki, your opening statement, if you please. Certainly, my lord. Oh, he's got a longer paper than Van Zieks. The incident took place on 1st November, at just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The location was a building of flats on Fresno Street, on the outskirts of the city. The victim's body was discovered there in an old single-room rental property. Oh yes, Inspector Tobias Gregson. Tobias? Is Tobias? Is it Tobias? Wait, let's check that. Might come up later. Nouns? Tobias. Oh, Tobias. Okay. A name known very well indeed to this court. Not least for his miraculous resolution of one of his country's grimest cases 10 years ago. Oh, the Professor case. How sure are you about the time of the incident? Several witnesses in the street outside heard the gunshot, and all have reported the same time. Ah yes, that's what Gina told us too. There were a number of witnesses. I have here a plan of the room. The victim was found curled up in one corner. I believe that he was shot from the front at point-blank range and died instantly. Oh, has the range been determined? There were scorch marks around the entry wound. Such marks are caused by the gunpowder used to fire the bullets. But powder hot enough to leave scorch marks is only ejected a few inches beyond the end of the barrel. In other words, it only happens when the target is at point-blank range. Oh, I see, yes. Thank you for the detailed explanation, Counsel. The autopsy report has been entered into the court record. The murder weapon was found lying beside the victim. Oh, and have you managed to ascertain the owner of this firearm? No, my lord. Not conclusively. Oh, bravo, Kazuma-sama. For not trying to use the gun as evidence when its provenance can't be proven. Furthermore, my lord, as I've explained, the revolver was fired at extremely close range. The bullet passed through the victim and struck the wall behind him. There's a candelabrum mounted on that wall, and the tip of one of the candles in it was found to have been blown off by the projectile. Oh, we noticed that too, didn't we? Oh yes, that's right. Thank you for the thorough report, Counsel. The setting of the crime is clear to me. You will submit the plan of the crime scene as evidence, please. As you wish, my lord. The crime scene floor plan has been entered into the court record. Oh, is this Fresno Street room Inspector Gregson's private abode? No, my lord. The room is rented to a Mr. Hugh Boone. But there is precious little furniture inside, and it is generally in a poor state of repair. Oh, so what on earth was Gregson even doing there? Oh, presumably he was investigating some case or other. When a policeman was informed of the gunshot from the witnesses and rushed to the scene, he found only the deceased inspector and the accused standing alongside holding the revolver. The attending officer arrested the accused on the spot. So the details of the case are clear. In that case, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Name, please, counsel. Naturally, the accused himself. Lord Van Zeeks? As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office. His state of office. Wait. Oh, I'm tired. As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office he's taken and will be compelled to tell the truth. Very well. Let the defendant take the witness stand. Oh, it's kind of weird seeing giving a testimony. So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Wait, give me a sec. I'm back. Barack Van Zeeks, Old Bailey prosecutor. I presume, Lord Van Zeeks, that you heard Prosecutor Asogi's opening précis. I did. It is alleged that you were found at the scene of the crime, and that you were arrested by the arriving police officer. Can you confirm this? Yes, my lord. But I'm sure the court would like to hear you explain some things away. Namely, why you were there in the room on Fresno Street at the time in question. And what exactly took place. I intend to explain away nothing. I will simply tell the truth. Oh, I must say, Lord Van Zeeks, I never imagined this day would come. Or rather, I didn't want to imagine it would come. But since you became known as the Reaper, a part of me has been dreading it. Your formal testimony then, witness? Oh dear. Witness testimony. The facts of the incident. I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. Investigating Gregson? What? When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside, and I saw no one. A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. Wait, what? How could he not have seen him? That testimony was the whole truth? It was. So, you heard a gunshot being fired in a room with no living occupants. And moments later, a corpse somehow appeared before your eyes. Is that it? You're right. You haven't explained away anything. In fact, that would barely qualify as an excuse. Why is he smiling so smugly? I thought you were my mute apprentice. Yet, it turns out you have a way with words, Prosecutor Asogi. It would appear to be a singular tale indeed, huh? Singular isn't the word. It's laughable. It kinda sounds like Theseus in Hades. Oh, what's got into Kazuha? He's not behaving like himself at all. Oh. Very well then. Counsel, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. Cross-examination. The facts of the incident. I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. No. No.
Hold it!
You are investigating the inspector? What on earth for? I'm not at liberty to say. Wait, what? Sorry, what? I'd identify a distinct possibility that Gregson was involved in a case I was investigating. Regrettably, though, he was killed before I could secure the proof I needed. Is the court to understand then that on the day in question, you followed the victim to the scene? No, I was privy to his movements in advance. How? An AirTag. I stole into his office in the yard and consulted his diary. He stole into his office? Stole into his office? Is this a say? The address on Fresno Street was noted in the 5 p.m. entry. Wow, way to be discreet, Inspector Gregson. You illegally entered the man's office in Japan. That alone would constitute a very serious offense. Oh, as it does in Great Britain, I assure you, is that not the case, Lord Van Zeeks? I was aware of the possible consequences. So, in summary, you are investigating the victim. And yet, you refuse to tell the court why. It's probably linked to the professor, but well. Does it mean Gregson is vigil? I didn't realize British prosecutors enjoyed such freedom to choose what to divulge under oath. Oh, why did I ever think I could defend this man? Oh, hey, missus. How are you doing today? When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside, and I saw no one. Alright, thank you. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. I'm a bit tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. Well, otherwise I'm alright. So as you can see, Lord Van Zeek is accused of murder. And of Gregson, no less. I hate not sleeping well. Yeah, me too.
Hold it!
Had you ever been to the address before? No, never. I only learned of the place as a result of my investigations into Gregson's activities. There was no light inside when I entered, so it was all but impossible to make out anything. But at 5 p.m., the sun would only just have gone down. It would still have been reasonably light outside. The room has a window, but it was boarded shut. Very little sunlight found its way into the room from outside, so it was extremely murky inside. I wouldn't have noticed if the victim was already lying on the floor. There was no artificial light in the room, you say? You're quite sure? I'm quite sure that the part of the room where the body was found was very dark. I have a feeling there was a small oil lamp burning on the desk, though I couldn't say for certain. Oh, look, Naruto-san. Oh, there is a small desk in the room just here. Oh yes, I remember. And there was an oil lamp on it, as well as a framed photograph. When I entered the room, I closed the door behind me and started towards the desk to investigate. And what did you find? Nothing. I never actually reached the desk. A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor.
Hold it!
So, who fired the gun? I have no idea. I didn't see anybody else in the room. But you say it was very dark in there. Yes, that's right. All I can tell you is I didn't sense another's presence. Aha, then it could be that the gunshot actually originated from somewhere outside the room. No, that's out of the question. Oh. Without doubt, the sound emanated from inside the room. I could smell the gunpowder. Oh, this is going from bad to worse. And you say that's the point at which you noticed the revolver on the floor? Correct. And I foolishly picked it up. Oh man, he's a prosecutor. I should have known better. That was carelessness on my part. Indeed. Oh, presumably then, the gunshot you heard came from the firearm that you somewhat hastily took in your hands. In point of fact, my lord, I believe it did not. What? The barrel of the revolver I picked up was cold. There was no smell of spent powder. Oh, but then, where on earth is the gun that was fired? Whilst I would like to oblige you with an answer, I'm afraid I can't. I too would dearly like to know that. Oh. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream.
Hold it!
A man, you say? One of the witnesses, I presume? That's right. One of the street merchants working on Fresno Street. Wow, those guys. They're right inside. Who are these merchants? A number of them had set up their stalls directly beneath the boarded window of the crime scene. A match seller, a newsmonger, and a peddler. They've all given statements saying they heard the gunshot. Oh, that would be a great time to have the Skulkin brothers come back. And without thought of danger, they ran inside to see what had happened. Oh, that was a bit foolish, I would say. Ah, yes. Gina told us about that yesterday, didn't she? They burst through the door with some force, it would seem. They did. And almost gave me a heart attack in the process. Oh, but you're supposed to be the Reaper. The first man to come in immediately noticed the revolver in my hand and fled. A policeman patrolling on Fresno Street heard the commotion and was able to arrest the accused shortly after the incident occurred. Anyway, the man's scream drew my attention in that direction. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. Appear? What?
Hold it!
What do you mean by that? In what way did the body appear? I honestly can't explain it, but it's the truth. What? Doesn't make any sense. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point, and then suddenly there it was. Did you perhaps hear the sound of the victim falling to the ground just beforehand? At that moment, what I heard was the sound of the door flying open and the scream of the man who came inside first. Nothing more. What? Oh, I see. After the man fled, I examined the body. I was stunned to find that it was Gregson. Oh, most curious circumstances indeed, How the inspector was killed, or how his body seemed to appear out of nowhere. Okay. I have no idea.
Objection!
What? Surely, the court has heard enough. Huh? My lord, the cross-examination has clearly revealed that the accused, Barak Van Zeeks, is lying on multiple fronts. What? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, good gracious, Consul! Think of my hair, please. The defendant is lying, you say? Why is there no name on this race? In his testimony just now, he claims that he failed to notice the victim's body because the room was dark. That's correct. No, that's impossible. As proven by this candelabrum. How does that prove anything? If you examine the tip of the long candle, you can see it has been blown off by a powerful impact. Oh, one would assume that the projectile from the firearm passed through the victim and struck the candle. The problem comes when you consider the other two candles, which are clearly of a different length. Oh yes, I can see that only the candle that appears to have been struck with the bullet is long. We could reasonably expect someone to have lit all three candles together. Which begs the question of, why only one has ended up longer than the other? that must be because the particular candle was extinguished when the others were still burning. Huh? That's right. When the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. But the other two candles would still have been burning. So the fact is, the victim's body would have been eliminated by the light still thrown by the candelabrum. And the accused claims that he couldn't see the body. Clearly contradicts those facts. And now to the next lie. Oh, there's more. The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before. And that's the truth. In that almost empty room, the police discovered something very unusual. A board covered from top to bottom in police documents and newspapers cuttings. Oh yes, that's right. We saw it too. Oh, did we examine it? I don't remember. It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. How is that pronounced? Come on. Divulge? Divulged. Okay. It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. However, they included a number of reports from various historical cases, the oldest of which was from 10 years ago. 10 years ago? This is starting to sound so familiar. And there's a common thread linking all of the documents on that board. Oh, indeed. Oh, but what is this common thread, Counsel? They all relate to the cases prosecuted in court by Barak van Zeeks. All of them? Wait, they were investigating each other? Gregson and Van Zeeks? That's so weird. And furthermore, all those cases are one in which the defendant was acquitted. Oh, good lord. Interestingly, none of the defendants are alive today, because all of them has been sent to their graves by the Reaper. Ah. Oh no. In short, that dingy little room is the Reaper's secret hideout and his base of operations. What? Makes no sense. The Reaper's hideout? And yet, the Reaper would claim never to have been to his own secret hideout? No one would believe that. No, the truth is, we've been looking at this backwards. Oh, backwards? Oh, explain, Counsel. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper when he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout was killed. As I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. What? What? It makes no sense. Order! 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 Very well. I hereby state the current opinion of the court. Barak van Zeek is an outstanding prosecutor who has rendered great service to his country. However, it is with deep regret that I must concur with Prosecutor Asogi's contention that the defendant's testimony exhibits a number of stark inconsistencies with the known facts. Oh, but it's all BS. All I have done is state the truth as I know it. Kazuma has done a brilliant job as ever. A brilliant job? It's... Come on, it's only conjecture. He's drawing on his experience as a defense attorney to build his prosecution case, and it's formidable. Oh, I don't see it, but okay. Counsel. You will submit the board that you just showed the court as evidence. I believe it to be fundamental in establishing the facts surrounding the Reaper's existence. Thank you, my lord. Oh wait. We're gonna have to decide if the actual Reaper is Gregson or Lord Van Zeeks. Is that it? Could Gregson be the Reaper? Well, that'd be hard to believe. The notice board has been entered into the court record. A freestanding notice board completely covered in notes and articles relating to victims of the Reaper of the Bailey. We have to look at that. And now, the prosecution would like to call new witnesses to the stand. Okay, let us look at those clues. Well, the evidence before. Okay, autopsy report. Coroner. Maria Gori. Victim. Tobias Gregson. Age 45. 45, so 10 years ago he was 35. I don't know, it could match Mr. Fitchett, I don't know. Nationality British. Time of death on page 2. What? There's no time of death? What? We don't know the time of death. So the whole theory means nothing then. Okay. Cause of death. Victim was shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the body from behind. Additional observations. The caliber of the gun used matches that of standard issue firearms for members of the judiciary. Okay. So what about that? There's much. Okay, there's the board, the desk, the body, and the candelabrum. Okay, and the windows over there. Okay, so what about that? Oh, there are details of a whole raft of cases dating back years. On here, on there. Oh, this paper from 10 years ago is browning with age. Look. Out of interest, the most recent thing appears to be this newspaper cutting here. Oh. It's the same red-headed league advertisement that Mr. Scholz had picked out. Yeah, what's the link with that, by the way? Oh, do you remember? There was a red hairpiece at the scene too. Was Inspector Gregson an exponent of the red-headed league then? Witnesses who saw events unfold on the day in question. It's impossible. Oh, they were mentioned in the previous testimony too, if you remember. Yes, the street sellers who heard the gunshot and went running into the room. Oh, very well. Lead the witnesses in. The defendant may step down from the witness stand. Certainly, my lord. Oh, this guy again? Oh, he lost his job, I think, as a carriage conductor. So, witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. What's with his mouth? What? Names? We don't use names. Far too fancy for the likes of us. Oh, we're just free and easy. Sell what we like. Live where we want to live. I'll give them all if I can stare as they walk down Fresno and spin a few words into a verse for them. Would I be right in assuming that all three of you make your living by selling wares on the street? Hey, everyone calls me Gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passers-by, you know. Oh, jaunty little tidbits? Oh, got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right up your channel, it is. My channel? What's a journal? What? What are you saying to me? Journal? It's not in my dictionary. Journal? What's a journal? From Jin, a road or passage down to the sea, and L, diminutive suffix, ultimately from Old English Jin. Okay, is this supposed to be right up your arse? It's kind of weird, I don't know. Oh, 6p is the price, not a penny less. What's with his mouth? My god. Wait. You're actually trying to sell it to me now? Oh, come on, sir. Don't tell me you're not interested. Try the man. Oh, give him the money and see what it is. Oh, pay the man, counsel. What? Hey, why are you ganging up on me like that? Alright, alright. 6p it is. You won't regret it, sir. No, got to listening ears on. Got your listening ears on. Oh, just between us. A young couple on Slate Street have just had twins. What? Is that it? No, that's not it. It's gossip in it, ain't it? It wants to spread, but that bit's up to you and your mouth, of course. I've got more, you know. Want to know the juicy one? Oh, 6p a piece it is. If you're curious. Oh, yeah, I'm curious. Yes, about what's going on just under that fat bottom lip of yours. Namely, that unusual bruise or whatever it is that's poking out from under your collar. Oh, wait, there's something weird. Yeah, over there. What's going on with that? What about the next witness then? What name do you go by, and what do you sell? Oh, me? I'm Venus, and that's what everyone calls me. Funny, ain't it? I sell these lovely little fireworks to all the local school kids. 6 pence a pop. What do you say? Oh, you weren't exaggerating with a little. Do they actually sell? Oh yeah, the second year can't get enough of my. Second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Especially when I tell them that if they get 100, they could blow up the school. Oh, not the most savory of ideas, young lady. Young lady. Oh, what do you say then, eh? Wanna part with 6 pence for a pop? Wait, what? You want me to buy one? Oh, tell you what. I'll let you in on a little secret. If you get 100 of them, you could blow up the whole courtroom. Try the woman. Oh, give her the money and see if she's right. Oh, be a woman, Council. Again? Alright, alright. Buy one. Oh, lovely stuff. Right then. This is something a bit extra, just for you. The Venus Special. Only 600 pence. What? 600? What? Oh, it's 100 of my regular fireworks. Nothing little about that, is there? Oh, and there'd be nothing little about the punishment if I blew up the Old Bailey either. The Venus firecracker has been entered into the court record. Ah, look at that. Oh wait, I want to look at the firecrackers. I was wondering, maybe the bang Van Zieg's heard was actually a firecracker. Oh, have you an idea? Naruto-san, you're staring at the end of the string of fireworks. Sorry, it's just that it's the Venus Special. I was wondering what 600 pence worth of fireworks would sound like. Oh, should we find out? What? But she said it would blow up the courtroom. Oh dear, that's the sound. All right, this was fairly sizable. It's a fairly sizable bang. Yeah, that would pass as a gunshot, I would say. Oh, my ears are still ringing. Naruto-san. Oh, it sounded almost exactly like a gunshot. The details of the Venus firecracker have been updated into the court record. It goes off like a gunshot. God damn it. Ah. Interesting. Then the last witness. What name do you go by? And what do you sell? I'm a thinker me. I think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am, therefore I think. Because I stand there on the street, watching the world go on about me. They call me the observator. Oh, get out of it, old man. Everyone calls you Sandwich, and you know it. Oh, this guy, I don't like him. So, you don't actually sell anything? Oh, problem shared is a problem halved, as I say. I give advice, I do, and think what it means. don't actually sell anything. No, come to think of it. Wait, what's written in that? Hot? Actual herb? No. Hero? I don't... Hot actual hero. Okay. Pity. Oh, no more purchase today, please. Oh, well, we have quite a cast here, it seems. They conduct their business on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene. Directly adjacent to the crime scene. Oh, I see. And thus, they heard the gunshot, I suppose. Not only that, but they very bravely ran inside to see what was going on and witnessed the crime. They didn't witness the crime. Oh, come on now. Oh, well, I'll be beggared. I thought, just between us. Oh, Venus Temilo, what am I to do? What a terrible thing I saw. Oh, what I think is, if all what we see is light and shadow, playing with our eyes, is any of it real? Oh, very well. The court will hear the formal testimony of these three witnesses now. You will describe in detail what you witnessed and heard at the time of the incident. Witness testimony. The witness's account. Alright. Now time for business. We saw the whole thing from start to finish. We did. Everything for the moment they went in the building. They went into the building? What? Oh, it was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang. Oh, seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Oh, gossip couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. I ran to the room, and there was the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body. Wait. Oh, I was scared after death, me, so I ran off to find a copper. If these witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything, who did they see going inside the building? Only the victim, Inspector Gregson, and the accused, Barack Van Zakes. Oh, I've seen pictures of that figure in the paper. I know what he looks like. And just between us, whole glass stories like this, I've made myself tidy some other day. But wait, the room was just one of several flats in the building. Someone from another flat could have done it. All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied. Wait, what? Of course they are. They're small, damp, dirty, and expensive to boot. What happened to his lip? That's a mystery, Mrs. I think he's in need of medical assistance. The room in which the inspector was found is the only property in the building that's currently leased. Oh, and we know the leaseholder's name, don't we? It's Hugh Boone. The testimony the court has just heard would appear to have little room for doubt. Give me a sec. It's becoming increasingly difficult to see how anyone other than the defendant could have committed the crime. Oh no! Thank you for your candor, my lord. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed to cross-examine the witnesses. Oh yes, my lord. Oh, in a closed court like this without a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters. I have to break down this testimony, somehow. Cross-examination. The witness's account. Oh, we saw the whole thing from start to finish. We did. Everything from the moment they went into the building.
Hold it!
When you say they, who do you mean exactly? Inspector Gregson and the defendant, Lord Van Zeeks? I suppose so. The like of us don't know the names of the high and mighty. Why is he hitting his lip like that? Ah. Oh, that's a new one thing. It was the older beeper that went in last. That's for sure uncertain. Just behind Inspector Gregson. Did they arrive at the same time as each other? Oh no, not at all. The fast fella must have gone inside a good 15 minutes before we heard that gunshot. The victim arrived 15 minutes before? Are you sure about that? Am I sure? Does it seem likely that I have gotten a fellow with bright red hair like that? Does it? Does it? Oh, yeah. His hair really were red, weren't it? Redder than my flaming fireworks, even. Oh, that very red mop still burnt on the inside of my eyelids. It is. Wait a minute. You're saying the man was a redhead? Oh, when you listen to he was a redhead, and he had a big trunk with him as well. Oh, but Inspector Gregson's hair isn't red. Not by any stretch of the imagination. No, he's got like grey hair. Where is he? Yeah. He's wobbling his lip. Yeah. It's kinda disgusting. I would like him to stop doing that. Wait! It is Gregson! Look at the eyebrows! He's just young, and I guess I say he looks rather dashing. But it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. Let's have a look at the other eyebrows. They don't have the same shape at all. He's the only one. It is Gregson. Okay. It seems likely that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Gregson at all, but some other third party. No, I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct. What? Just have a look at this photograph of the victim taken at the scene. Oh yes, that's... Oh, that's Inspector Gregson, alright. Oh, and the red hairpiece. Ah. Oh, of course. We saw one on the floor when we investigated the scene, didn't we? Oh, I still refuse to believe Inspector Gregson wore a hairpiece, though. Oh, so then why on earth would he have been wearing something like that? He wanted to join the Red-Headed League. The color does seem to suit the man, one might say. The photograph will be submitted as evidence, please, Counsel. Oh, we have to look at it. The photograph of the victim has been entered into the court record. And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying? Oh dear, so much blood. Wait, there wasn't blood in the other photographs. It's the first time we saw the blood. Oh, poor Gregson. He didn't even die with his fish and chips. And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying? I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene. And no truck either. Oh, so it just disappeared? What do you expect us to have been watching the thing every second, do you? Oh, we definitely saw him in the dock going in there. No question about that. Those guys are fishy. Oh, it was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang.
Hold it!
By which presumably you mean the gunshot. Oh, I sell these little things, don't I? How would I know what a gunshot sounds like? But I've always thought it probably sounds a bit like this, doesn't it? And you say that you heard the noise almost as soon as you saw the defendant here enter the building. Oh, that's right. It was almost straight away. Bang it went. Just like that. Well, he's the Reaper, isn't he? Ain't he? Well, he's the Reaper, ain't he? It's what the French call a fait accompli. When the Reaper's around, people are going in the ground. I mean, that's what he does, ain't he? Ain't it? Oh, I think we get the message. The Reaper couldn't allow the inspector to leave after he'd discovered his secret hideout. I bet it's hard talking like you have a fat lip. It is! And I'm not even sure what kind of accent this man's supposed to have. There can be no clearer motive for the crime. You're doing well though. Oh, thank you. Yes. It's certainly an eminently credible motive. Oh, great. And at that point, you run inside. Is that correct? Oh, seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Oh, Gossip couldn't wait to go and see what had happened.
Hold it!
So, when Gossip ran to see what had happened, did you go too? Oh, well, me. Oh, I'm a bit hampered, see? All the signs are that I can't move very well. You were way behind, presumably, with that sandwich board around your neck and that big sign in your hand. Oh, what a great burden you bear. Pardon me for asking, Mr. Sandwich, but, is it possible you and I have met before? Oh, I'm not anybody, me. The signs are what makes me who I am now. Sigh, therefore I am. So, you weren't employed as an omnibus driver just under a year ago then? Oh, I might be mistaken, but I believe his trembling has intensified. Naruhodo-san. Oh yes, I agree. He's clearly been through a lot. Oh, turn down King Henry Street and the Black Widower Arms is just there. Wait, what? Oh dear, you've made him hide behind his sign. Oh, life is full of surprises.
Overall, I ran to the room, and there he was, the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body.
Hold it!
So then, you were the first person to arrive on the scene. Is that right?
Oh, that I was. Kicked the door open like a professional. I did, and yelled out, "What's going on here?"
Oh, Lord Van Zieks claims that all he heard was a man's scream, though. And was it dark inside the room?
Oh, no, not dark at all. There were candles burning on the wall.
Really?
And there was a fella collapsed on the floor. Just between us, it's the first thing I noticed when I got inside.
I see. Even though Lord Van Zieks claimed not to have seen any such lights on the wall.
Oh, the next thing I noticed was someone standing right beside the body.
The accused, Bard Van Zieks.
Oh, that's right. The pale-faced Reaper himself. I was a little shocked, I won't deny it, but I'm no little coward. I stood my ground and gave that Reaper a cold hard stare myself.
Is there something you want to say?
Excuse me!
Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich?
There's really nothing to me. Oh, empty in the head I am. Oh, just 2 slices with no middle.
As a sandwich of nothing.
Oh, so I don't know what you could want with me.
What? You're the one who reacted. I think that maybe you just remembered something? Having heard Mr. Gossip's last statement, I mean.
Oh, what I think is, we all know things really. Oh, we try to dress ourselves up as something else, but at the end of the day, we all just street sellers.
Oh, that's an out of view sandwich. Keep your trap shut now. Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich.
Oh, when he saw the Reaper, he fell clean over on his backside.
That's it?
Oh, you rotten beggar. I told you to keep that secret.
Oh, he screamed. He did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. Oh, that's all I wanted to say.
Mr. Gossip, is this true?
The floor was slippery, that's why. I planted my hand in a filthy pool of blood, didn't I? Yuck.
What? Wait, what?
A pool of blood?
But listen here, even when I was sprawled on the floor, I seek to giving the river a cold hard stare, and I don't forget it.
Let's just go back a little. Did you say you got your blood on your hand?
I did, I happens to be the best of us at times, doesn't it? So I was scared, so I slipped away. We can keep it up between us, can't we?
No, Mr. Gossip. I'm going to have to ask you to add that information to your formal testimony.
Oh, why, if I must.
Oh, the witness will amend his testimony to include the aforementioned details at once.
I slipped over and got blood over on my hand, so I quickly whipped it off on the floor.
Wait, what?
Hold it!
You wiped your hand on the floor?
Oh, well, who wants blood on his hand, eh? Horrible stuff. They might have thought I'd done it. Nota.
Nota? What? And you didn't think that might be a problem?
Does it really matter if I left a few grubby handprints on the floor? They'll look as cleaned up in the end, won't they? Oh, don't make such a fuss. That's the message from all of us.
Is something wrong, Consul?
No, my lord. I didn't remember anything in the report about a bloody handprint on the floor. That's all.
Oh, don't come at me with all that. You can't intimidate me.
It does look intimidated, though.
I know what I did. I washed it up on the floor. The blood.
Oh. I wonder, could that be what happened? Wait, what's he talking about? Oh, Naruto-san. Well, I don't have all the answers yet, but I think we may have just uncovered a vital clue. Really? Wait. What clue is talking about? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know what clue they're talking about. Oh dear. Oh, I was scared half to death. Me, so I ran off to find a cuppa.
Hold it!
So, you didn't run into the room with your friends? Oh, I'm not that sort of girl. Sorry, what? Oh, I'm a timid little thing, me. I was too scared to go in there. Right. I see. Oh, Lippy. Lippy? What? Lippy? Well... and the witch... The witch sandwich, okay. Run in there, and then I heard a sort of old lady scream.
Oh, well, that wouldn't mean, I swear. If I were a gentleman, I'd stake my honor on it.
Oh, I wondered, what on earth was going on? Oh, which is when you went to find a policeman? And I ran into a copper as soon as I turned the corner. So, I brought him straight back to the place. Didn't I do well, eh?
Oh, just between us. Oh, that copper's eyes nearly popped out for his head when he saw the Ripper.
Oh, I've never felt more uncomfortable in all my life. Oh, the defendant was arrested on the spot, I believe.
Considering the catalogue of killings the Reaper had carried out, it was a particularly inauspicious end. Sorry. Oh, if I can't find any holes in this testimony. Oh, I'm afraid the judge will give a ruling of guilty. Naruhodo-san. Oh, the truth is, though, their combined testimony is fairly damning. Oh, unfortunately, there don't seem to be any obvious problem with their statements, do there? Still, if Lord Van Zieks really is innocent, then I'm almost certain that we'll find something in there that doesn't quite add up. Oh, you don't think that one of these three could be the true culprit, do you? I don't know, but what I do know is that there's more to this case that has yet to be brought to light. Okay, let's save. I think this statement. We saw the whole thing from start to finish. We did everything from the moment they went into. We did everything from the moment they went into the building. It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard the Big Bang. We all heard the Big Bang. Oh, seems to me that we should talk. Okay, because I couldn't wait to go and see what. You mean Lippy? Don't call him gossip, it's Lippy. Couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. Okay, I slipped over and got blood on my hand, so I quickly wiped it off on the floor. Okay. I was scared after death, me, so I ran off to find a copper. Okay. So it's this statement. But I don't understand. Oh, I know. This is the placement of the body. It's not near the door. So how could it have happened this way? Okay.
Objection!
No? No! Oh, it doesn't work? It doesn't work? Oh, I think perhaps that itself is a contradiction. Oh, indeed. Oh dear. Wait, what? I slipped over and got blood on my hand, so I quickly wiped it off on the floor. What do we have here? We have the autopsy report. Victim was shot in the chest at close range. Okay. Picture, maybe. There's no trace of the handprint. That must be it then. I mean, if it's not one, it's the other.
Objection!
No? My lord, there are clearly grounds for being suspicious of that last statement.
Oh, I'm sorry, Counsel, but I fail to see why.
Well, you know, I was just playing devil's advocate. What?
Oh, yes, you do appear to have something of the devil in you, not Mr. Naruto.
Oh, come on now. Okay, okay. And what is it then? I slipped over and got blood on my hands, so I quickly wiped it off on the floor. There was no blood on the floor. I don't get it. I'm gonna press it again, but I don't understand. You wiped your hand on the floor.
Oh, well, who wants blood on his hands? Oh, well, sir, and they might have thought and done it, not her.
And you didn't think that might be a problem?
Well, it's really matter if I left a burglary handprint on the floor, they'll get cleaned up in the end, won't they? Don't make such a fuss. That's a message from all of us.
Something wrong, Counsel? No, my lord. I didn't remember anything in the report about a bloody handprint on the floor, that's all.
Don't come at me with all that. I can't intimidate me.
I don't understand.
I know what I did and wiped it off on the floor, the blood.
I wonder, could that be what happened? What is he thinking about? Oh, Naruto-san. Don't have all the answers yet, but I think we may have just uncovered a vital clue. What do we have? The candelabra? No. There's no... What? It was on there. No, it's not. And there's no. There is no relation with that. Shipment incurred by Mr. Fitch 10 years ago. Okay. The murder weapon did we look at? Yeah, we looked at this at the murder weapon, didn't we? So this is a type of revolver that's standard issue for members of the judiciary, then. Oh yes, and when I asked about whether records are kept about who they're issued to, I was told that for the past 5 years, they've been engraved with a unique serial number. Oh, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing like that on this gun. Oh, which tells us it must have been issued longer ago than that. Okay. There's nothing more to see on this gun, I think. I mean, that was on the wall, so he can't have wiped his hand on that. It's not gonna... There's not gonna be a link to that. It's against the wall. How did the man come in there and slipped on the blood? I don't understand. What am I supposed to do here? Red-headed league. Oh, I don't understand. Let me check. Okay. Wait, what? There's something I missed? Oh! I didn't see that. Oh, what's this? Naruto-san, look. Oh yes. It's a smudge of some kind, in fact. It looks just like a handprint. Oh, and the color. That's blood, isn't it? Oh dear, how disturbing. The details of the notice board has been updated in the court record. Okay, that makes more sense then. Alright. So we can present that. So you wiped off the blood from your hand on the floor of the room. Are you quite sure about that?
Well, what else do you expect me to have done, eh? Does it really matter?
Objection!
The police found no such handprint on the floor during their investigations. What exactly is the defense asserting? If you listen, you'll find out. Prosecutor Asogi? Ooh. Certainly, there was no bloody handprint found on the floor. What are you trying to say? There was a handprint in blood left very clearly at the scene. On the back of this notice board.
Oh, yes, indeed. Indisputably a handprint in the distinctive color of blood.
It's wait, it's a right hand. Okay.
Oh, you're dead right. That's my right hand. I'd know it anywhere.
Objection.
The witness very definitely testified that he wiped his hand on the floor. And any handprints on the back of the board are irrelevant.
Objection.
Not if the board itself had fallen over onto the floor. In that case, it's quite possible for the witness's handprint to have ended up there. Just look at the floor plan of the room. The notice board was in the opposite corner of the room to the victim and in an upright position. Even if it had somehow been toppled and was lying on the floor at the time, it would have been a considerable distance from the body.
Oh, I fell over when I came across the body. So I was basically right next to the corpse, not on the other side of the room.
In other words, the defense's assertion is contradictory. It's as red as my hands. Oh dear, I'm not sure that's good news. Yes, it is. What? There's a very definite contradiction here, for which there must be a reason.
Oh, I take it that you formulated a proper hypothesis, Counsel. Regarding this apparent discrepancy between the witness's account and the handprint found at the scene.
Yeah, we're gonna go at the end of this this end. I'm gonna have to stop there. I have, my lord. This discrepancy between the witness's account and the location of the handprint is explained by the board moving. The real contradiction here is the handprint itself, not where it was found. As the court can see, it's upside down.
Oh, good gracious, so it is. If the witness had put his hand against the board, the fingers would be pointing upwards.
What does that tell us? It tells one simple fact. When this handprint was made, the board must have been lying on the floor, as I previously suggested. Which means that after the incident, it must have been moved.
What?
Objection.
You're claiming that somebody moved the notice board after the shooting? Tell the court who. I don't know that yet. But the point is, when you consider all the testimony we've heard so far, we can now be very clear on one point.
And what that would be?
The position of the notice board at the time of the incident, my lord.
So, Counsel, I must ask you to clarify your assertion for the court. At the time of the incident, where do you maintain the notice board was situated?
Where was it? Must have been somewhere over there. I mean, it must, because Van Zieks came in and he went to the. He didn't see over there. I don't know. Must have been somewhere like that. Gonna save. So when Zix entered, there was a door between him and the candelabrum, so he couldn't see it. And then... But how did the other guy see it? I don't understand. I'm not sure, but it must have been somewhere over there. I don't know.
Take that!
This is the only possible location.
Oh, immediately adjacent to the doorway.
If the court would think back to the testimony given by the defendant earlier, he said that when he entered the room, it was dark and he couldn't see the body.
Oh, my heck!
If the notice board had been there, the body would have been completely hidden from view. And the light from the candles would have been blocked, making the room appear darker.
Objection!
But the accused also claims that the victim's body simply appeared before him. Oh, that's true. Or, in his precise words... Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open, and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. And he didn't hear anything. Wait, what? The door flew open. Oh, maybe the sound of the door kinda mixed with the other one.
Oh, I don't know about calling it a scream, but he was talking about me and no mistake. It was me that kicked the door open.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. If you look again at the floor plan, consider what would happen if the door to the room was thrown open with force. Ah, that can't. The door struck the notice board, knocking it over and making the victim's body visible.
Oh, good gracious.
My client has told nothing but the truth. He has simply described what he saw.
Ah.
Punched in the face by the truth.
Order, order. Counsel, how has this not come to light before now?
After the incident, somebody must have righted the board and moved it. Into the position where the police, myself and my colleagues saw it when we went investigating the room.
Witness, what have you to say for yourself?
Me, my lord?
You and your fellows were there at the scene before anybody else. It goes without saying that you must know something about the position of the notice board.
The witness in the stand will testify again. You will each explain exactly what you did upon arriving at the scene of the crime.
Stop looking over your glasses at me. I got a message.
Witness testimony. The mystery of the moving board. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. Oh dear. It's never easy, is it? Can never be simple. Okay. Kind of weird. Do you think one of those guys did it? I wonder. Maybe that old dude? I don't know. Because Lippy. I don't know. Lippy, he's... I don't think he's gonna be the one. The woman, maybe? It could be the woman. Be a bit more interesting. I don't know. But, well, I think... Well, we're gonna find out soon enough. Anyway, thanks for being here tonight. Mrs. I hope your hands are gonna get better. Gonna continue that tomorrow night, so you know. In the meantime, please take care, stay safe, and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.